Welcome to the Seven Crosses series for Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. And we're picking up on the 26th of November 1992. As usual, a big thank you for all comments and feedback. You guys give me so much to think about. The reason I'm starting on the 26th of November is I need to check a couple of things. And what we're going to be doing in this video is going through a bit of a list that I've built up of small things that need to be fixed to ensure that the economy doesn't collapse. But the first thing I want to show you is a bit of a problem that I've got. Come down here, you'll see that a lot of these farms here now are kind of still harvesting on the 27th of November. So there's a good chance we're going to lose crops. Now, the reason for that is that not because these are actually not able to be supported on this farm. It's down to the fact that I've got a bit of a storage problem, and what I've had to do is kind of adjust a few settings to try and get the storage from here, because you can see this grain silo is nearly full, but I'm actually pulling crops off from here to go over to here. So, and you can see this one is nearly full as well, and also this one is well on the way to being full. And what I've actually had to do is dump more crops up to here as a temporary relief. But you can see the farm here, because we started sowing so late, we're going to take losses up here, but that's not important. So that is something that I'm going to need to watch going forward. But of course, with the nature of this game is that give it a few years and then I'll be running short of crops again. Now, I want to start by working in this area because I've got a couple of problems. The first one is I've got a little bit of unemployment. You can see here we've got 31 workers unemployed, and if I show you here that we're actually getting maximum numbers in here, so I think it's time to open up the second clothing factory here. But the other problem we've also got is incredibly low loyalty here. So if I show you that, you can see we're down to 10%, 14%, and I don't think that putting the monument out here is having that much effect. I know I haven't really given it much of a chance, but I feel that probably the best thing is to put some monuments in here to actually get things going. What is that? So we've got a little bit of leftover. It's not going to demolish, is it? Because it's under that cable. Okay. Now, another problem I've got here is I was checking these buildings, and because I've been allowing over 21s to move in here, the average age of this block is, oh, it's not that bad. Actually, no, it's not that block, is it? It's, where is it? Where is the block that I'm thinking of? There's one here that's got the average ages. Maybe it is this one. Age 46. Yeah, you can see we've got a lot of quite young people in here, and we've got this new block here which I haven't let people move into yet, because what I wanted to do is just kind of put about a few people in here. We've still got some over 21s. We've got 222 over 21s, and what we're going to do is find the over 21s, and then I'm going to bring them up manually. Let me just see. Well, there's bound to be some in Colville. There's not that many in here actually, so maybe we're going to need to kind of take them out around from the map. Oh, there's a lot in Stilton, so maybe we'll dump off a big block here. And we're 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then we'll pick up some more. How's Foodville? Foodville's got a couple, so maybe we're about 10 or 20 from there. So we're 10, 20, 30 from there. Maybe we're 20, 30, 50 from there. What I'm trying to do is spread it around a bit and see if I can pick up some mixed age groups to balance that town there. I think once the town is kind of settled down, we'll be okay, because then the numbers of 21s moving in to kind of replace the, say, the older generation that die Plus, I want to leave a little bit of slack in here anyway for its own expansion. In fact, what I can do now is I can never find the name of this town. There it is. I think we can allow people to move in again now. I think I am going to have to put a monument in here. We've got a little bit of space here, so and I think we'll go with probably the more powerful one here, 5%. Actually, maybe we're probably, can we get it a bit more in the center? Let me just see. I've not exactly left on myself a lot of space, have I? Right, we're gonna have to just put it, say, about here. Come in here. We get the helicopter crews working on this construction. Okay, so you can just work on that footpath there. I think this is the mayor's office as well. Goodville main construction. I think what we need. See the losses now, which is a little bit of a pain, but what I'm going to need to do is just find a use for all those crops. I mean, I could export them, but I think I'd rather consume them in other ways if possible. And I'll be honest, I'm just be quite happy to run with a surplus. I think we'll build that and that, but what I've done is I put these buildings on hold for the moment until this population is sorted, and I know that I've got it in balance. Now, another thing I've also done out here is I've put in a fuel offloading area here, because I thought I can bring ordinary fuel into here plus bitumen for my construction area here, but of course I can't build anything beyond that. It took a lot of fiddling just to get this done until we've got this built. Let me just see. Yeah, we got helicopter construction office in there. We've got a traffic jam. A bit worrying. Where is that? Oh, they're just queuing up with the alcohol. That's okay. Seeing we're here, we're now on the 3rd of December, so that means that I can find the lights. The lights are on, which is another reason why I wanted to start this time of the year. So the lights are on. These are the new kind of decorative lights. And what these should do is run through, and I think it's until beginning of January, so we're going to get a few lights in here. The pub is now open in here as well. I think the pub is here. So we got a bit of alcohol here, and what we're going to need to do is try and keep an eye on this alcohol. At the moment, I'm going to be quite happy if the alcohol addiction stays quite low. In fact, let's just see what this is. 1% at the moment, just fun. But hopefully that will work as well. So at the moment we've got alcohol in Knife Edge and also over in Stilton here, and we got our other alcohol up here. And one thing you do need to do when you have alcohol or something like that in your settlements is you need to keep an eye on your individuals. So occasionally what you need to do is just pause, especially buildings close to the pub, just to see if anyone's actually building up an alcohol addiction. At the moment, again, this is only 1%, which is good. Because one of the reasons why I've always run a dry economy is that when I used to play with alcohol, you could very quickly lose control of it, which is probably the best way to describe it, especially if you start to run short of, say, culture or sport or something like that. I mean, I've never really understood the alcohol mechanic. Now, if any of you guys know, feel free to chuck it in the comments, but as far as I can tell is that alcohol substitutes for other shortages. So that's something that we do need to go. I mean, I could get electronics into here so that they might listen to the radio. Well, we got quite a lot of electronics in. Maybe if we get once we get the TV station going, we'll be able to push that loyalty up a little bit. I think the TV station is getting quite close. Let me just go here. In fact, I'm just going to speed the game up so we can get through this winter. So the TV station is, wow, it's nearly there actually. Wow. Okay, we might even finish that in this part. Over here, my new alcohol production area is coming along quite nicely. I did make one slight mistake, which when I was checking, is that I didn't put any power into this area. We got wind turbine here, but I thought we might need a bit more than that. And you can see we've now finished our fork truck network. And what we I can't remember if I put any fuel into here. Can't see if there's anything aside. We need to get fuel into there. I think these guys might have a couple of spare slots. Yeah. Put you into here. Because if we don't deliver fuel over there. Actually, what is the fuel situation here? It's 300 tons. Let's just check the bio. So I've been neglecting our bio plant here. He's actually gaining quite well as well. Right, so what I've got now is a whole list of things I actually need to do. But I think probably the best place to start is over here in Ollerton, because we've made one small step forward here. If I come in here, you can see we've actually got the cableway open now. And what we should be able to do, I mean, it's not that long, so if I start with, say, 4 of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, just for luck. And what that means is we'll be able to get workers up into here now on a regular basis. What that should do is get the production going there. What's that? Oh, this is a pollution monitor. Yeah, I think I've got my usual steel shortage, and I think the problem with the steel shortage is more to do with the fact that I've got so many projects going, and what I want to do is run the projects down a little bit over the next few parts in preparation for when the new update releases. So that's what we're going to be working towards. But at the same time, we need to keep the town expanding. Got our pub here and our pub here, but we're not going to worry too much about that. The rest of Ollerton is coming along quite nicely. As I say, most of this other stuff up here is back burner work. It will be nice. It'd be nice to have once it's actually available, but there's no rush for anything else here. Now, the next area I need to get to is tourist town here, which we've been laying out, but of course one of the major problems or major areas of neglect is probably the politer way of saying it, is the fact that I haven't put any power over here as far as I know. I mean, we've got power to here now. Where is it? Where's the substation? It's here somewhere. I always really dislike playing in the snow. Right, it looks like this is actually, let me just take a look here. High tension. There's a cable there. Where are you going? Oh, so I've already put the power to here. Let's have a look here. Right, we've got all the connections here. So what I'm going to need to do now is put some power into this area. I'd like to put, maybe we'll put one in this area here. So for example, say we put that there. Oh, something stop production. Let me just check this. We'll just build that. I'm a bit worried when it says stop production. Who's stop production? What is up with you? You don't seem to have much in the way of workforce out here. Well, we should be okay because we've got the geothermal plant pumping the heat in, so we should be fine from that point of view. This area here, we can just put in a normal surface power connection. Be nice to get it out this way. To possibly about there. Run you. Whoops. Too sharp. Huh? This building in the way. Okay. I think that will work. And that will connect to there. So we'll just accept that. And then what we're going to need is another substation right in the center of town. We're going to need to connect up this lot. So you're going to cover most of this side and eventually that. So we could probably put in... We could put one in here. Okay, we're just going to go for the mud roads. Just, it's only a power terminal. It's going to be right in the middle of town. Yeah, and I think we'll just go with normal overhead power cables. Fire. Wait for the boom. And then, so that will cover there. I mean, that, in some ways, that covers the hotels. So you can cover that area there. And you can cover that there. What's this here? This is a heat exchanger. Well, we're certainly going to need to put power into that. And what we could do is put another power supply over here, just to give us full coverage. So we can just put in something like that. Just put it a little bit closer. And you can come there. Again, we're a rural area, so I can just hook you into there. Now, as far as I know, that covers all the power requirements to our tourist town here. All we need to do is now build this. Now, another step forward is that I've got power out to here now. So there's a few little bits and pieces that still need to be sorted out. What we got here? Right, we need to get the helicopter crew on that. I don't want, so that we can get fire support in here. And what you'll see is that we've got virtually everything built here. The only one I'm not sure that... Oh, we've got power here. So all these now are on the power grid. So we've now got full power to our oil field. And all we need to do now is just fill in these last few pieces over here. And the only possible... Yeah, I mean, this should provide coverage once it's finished. And it's all built. And that should cover these two. And then that would be it. So we got that done. And I think that's most of it. The reason I'm pausing is simply down to the fact that I've got a list in front of me again of what I need to do. This traffic jam keeps coming up. It's annoying me. Where are you? Thank you, game. Fine. Push you. That will allow him to go in. He can go back, and then he can come back again. What I'm going to need is to set up an alcohol distribution office here somewhere, but at the moment I'm quite happy for these guys just to do their own thing at the moment. So we've got that there. I just want to go back up and check our clothing down. We've got here. Got technical services. You need to be built. So we just get this guy in main construction. You can see the jobs are slowly dropping, with the emphasis on slowly. This farming area here is steadily coming together. But we got another technical services here as well. Okay, we're just going to put allocate both these technical services, because this is going to be quite an important road, so we do need to keep it clear of snow. What's the production here? 74 tons of clothes. We could probably get an export line going at the moment, but I'm not sure. We're going to need a dedicated kind of export line here, but that can wait till we're back in the green. I think I've done most of the work I need to do. Back over to here. How's the unemployment here? we got lots and lots of unemployment here. We really need to start getting some of this stuff back online. Some technical services here, but we don't really need to build them up just at the moment. How's the track here? My trains don't seem to be laying track. Let me just... It's probably steel again. Yep. Now there does seem to be something a bit odd with respect to the pickup of steel from here. I don't know if it's the fact that the construction offices are stealing all the steel, as this is the source of steel for here. I do wonder whether, because we're pumping out steel, we could get some more. I mean, I don't know what the unemployment here is. I don't think it's massive anymore. I think I've kind of cracked it from an unemployment point of view. I mean, maybe we need to put some more residences in here. Question is where. The orphanage here. I mean, we could put possibly some residences in this area, grow the town out this way. But my instinct is, we're going to do that. We probably need to put a road through here, connecting up these. In fact, I think I will do that. We'll build the road first. So, say for argument's sake, we put a road there, and then we're gonna have to possibly come in like that. So maybe we're gonna have to come like that, and maybe, yeah, we've got a bit too steep an incline there. Create a bit of a road system like that then, and we'll just accept that. These guys over here should pick those up pretty quickly. I think you're on auto and sign. Yep, there they are. They've done the business. And how are you doing over here? Wow, these guys are going pretty quickly. Construction already complete. Is this finished? No, it's not. This is actually allocated. That's built. This is being built. I've got a feeling we could possibly start to push for getting some coal production going out here. This is going quite nicely, actually. Okay, what we're going to do is, I think these guys probably don't have a lot to do. Well, they've got a bit, but I think my instinct is to start a little bit of work on that, because it's going to take, I mean, we're going to need 176 tons of concrete, 108, so it's going to take quite a lot to do the groundworks on that, so let's just get that underway. While we're here, I just want to take a look at, I can find a gas station here. Lots of construction. Right, we've got distribution office here, which I think I've built that to distribute the fuel from here when it's ready. There's a gas station here. Oh, we got fuel out here, so we're good. Probably do with some more, another technical office out here actually. Is this a technical office? No, this is the road crew. These guys are doing okay. Actually, I'm just wondering, I'm very tempted, possibly now, I would like to get some of this stuff done. I think what we'll do is we'll assign the road crew to do the groundwork. So we're going to kind of turn them into a little bit of a groundworks crew. So if we can deliver that to there and get maybe the fire station here going, will be okay. Right, that covers most of the routine stuff. What I need to do now is do a bit of work out here. As in, we were laying out this in the last part, and it's not quite finished, because I what I need is some sport, some culture, and of course we need the secret police, and also some heating to make this viable. So we kind of got this area laid out here. I can't remember, we put a school over here and here, and my instinct is to put another school, say over here on this. Actually, we could probably put it out on the diagonal like that. Put a school there, and I'll push this road out a little bit. We'll put a road behind like that. And then we'll put the kindergarten on this section here next to this. So we have these two together like that. Now, culture wise, just get back to here. Put a cinema in. I haven't bought one of these for a long time either, so maybe we'll just keep going with this kind of vanilla theme here. Maybe we can put in, actually if I put it in, say up here at the back like that, and then what we possibly could do is put a small building, culture building in over here as well, so we can put one of my favorite buildings in. Actually, if I can get it in, maybe you're right up over there, so maybe we can just sneak in. There we are. We can just put a small theatre just on that corner there. Of course we need to put sport in, and because of the winter I think we'll go straight for indoor pool. Not build due to infrastructure. We could maybe we could build a radial road out here. Maybe just flip that round, and we can put the pool out here. So we can make this into kind of a bit of a leisure area. Then if we come back to, I'm going to use mods for the secret police ship there. Where's sports? Sports playgrounds. And we're just going to use these here. A tennis playground, football playground. And maybe we can just sneak on. Got sport there. Yep, okay. Probably put, trying to think, well, we got the indoor swimming pool there. The trouble with these is that in this time of the year, in the winter, they don't function. Maybe we'll just put one down here just for effect. Put you there. So that gives us the kind of sport and culture. Next thing we're going to need is the jolly old secret police. And state infrastructure. And we're actually going to put the official secret police here. I think that will cover this area here. So I think this will be just big enough. So again, we're just going to use the vanilla building. Put you here. Like that. We're on the 1st of February, so we'll be in the green soon as well. So put you there. So we've got secret police. Now comes the fun bit. I want to put some heating in, and it's going to be coal fired. But the big question is whether the prison will need heating, because that's one of the great unanswered questions. What I'd like to do, how far away is the heating from here? I don't think we got pollution over here. Everybody looks really happy. Health is 95%, so we just measure this off here. Oops, nope. One here, where's the measuring tool? And we'll just measure from here. That is ground distance, about 1/2 kilometer. I think we could probably go a bit further out than that. Well, I'm trying to. Actually, I think here could be quite nice if we could build it on this hill. Let's just look at here. Yes, we've gone. That's going to be tricky. Not necessarily. We've got a kind of flat area up here for heating. Let's just turn that off. I mean, the alternative is I go this side of the road and we come in here. So roughly how far is... Oops, don't want to demolish that tab. So, I mean, if I come up to about here, this is going to be about 1/2 kilometer. So we've got a fire station here and tech services here. So, and we got a road out from here. So if I put in a large heating plant, say about there. Actually, that will heat give indirect heat to the fire station. That could be quite useful. So if we put you about here, maybe out a little bit further, like that. No, we're not going to deliver directly, so I'll put that there. Now the next thing I need to do is put in a small aggregate store, and we're going to need this. We flip that. My instinct is to kind of put this a bit like that. We're going to have to bring trucks up through to here. So if we put this here, about there, there's a road there, and then we put a bridge, not bridge, sorry, conveyor system, conveyor engine. We can put a conveyor in them like that. Make sure, yeah, you can come through there, so that's good. And then what we're going to need here is a truck unloading bay, which will hook directly to here. And we'll get you there, and then we'll bring you out. That's a bit antisocial, game. Can we smooth this a little bit? Oops. Move this out a little bit. It's still a little bit steep though. Well, we can get that out there, and I think we'll just drive this straight to there, and we'll just put that road there, and I think it'd just be easier to put that in as well, so that the road crew picks that up. So the next thing we're going to need to do is get the heat exchangers in. Large heat exchanger. My instinct is to plan that road actually. Just me put that out like that. Maybe we'll curve it in a little bit like that behind these houses. Come in like that, and you can come there, and then that means we can put the heat exchanger, say about there. It's kind of covering most of the town like that. And we can underground. I'm going to go underground just to make it look tidy. This is the heavy duty, isn't it? Let's check. Yeah, 300. And you can come to there, just accept you. Up again. So we've got one heating plant on this side now. I want the prison over here, so what I'd like is to have a secondary heating capability, possibly kind of just tucked in this corner here. Oh, looks like the snow is just disappearing, so maybe if we put you about there, and we'll just hook you up to there. Back to heating, underground heating pipes, F3. And we're going to need to go down, aren't we? Get under those pipes. And then we're up. That's hooked up good. Lift it up a little bit. And you can come into there. And what that will do is that will accept up those heating pipes. That will give us the option, if the prison needs heating, it can come out here. So that's roughly where I want the prison to be. Close enough, but not right in the town itself. Just see if these roads have been picked up yet. No, okay. Probably out of range of these guys, so what we'll have to do is just... Yeah, it's probably the back curve. Oops. Just allocate you, that bit there. That's done. I think that is about it. So we'll just get all these roads built in here. So we've now got this done. We are now on the 27th of February. And just want to see how well... Oh, these crops are going down quite nicely, actually. This is what I want to see, because they're keeping this full. And I've got 108 tons of clothes. Right, we're going to need to think about possibly a little bit of exporting now. Going forward. You've been picked up now. We'll put the helicopter crews. Get you working on that. We can build out that section there. Right. I mean, how are my exports going? Oops, the wrong one. Last month. We're making about 200,000 a month at the moment. My actual income has dropped a little bit. I mean, we've only exported 10. I mean, if we can export clothes, we're going to make a fortune. I mean, you can see there, we're just simply with just 10 tons of clothes, we've made 500,000. But probably find that the imports here. Yeah, just have a look at last month. Why did we import fuel and crops? That does not make sense. We imported 195 tons of crops. Electro components, yes. Oil, acceptable. Chemicals, yes, understandable. Electronics, iron, and fuel. I'm not exactly sure where we're importing the fuel from. Oh, I know where. These guys. Because I put these on emergency reserve. Stop it. Don't need you importing fuel anymore. Yeah, I was importing fuel back in the days of the old oil crisis before we get everything going here. Well, we're nearly here. We just need 2.81 tons of... we need 0.54 tons of electronics. So once that's designed, I think I want to play until this is at least finished. In fact, it looks like they're actually... Yeah, they're just waiting for electro components. And it's probably... Actually, I've just had a thought. Let me just check. I've got a feeling this guy's electro component pickup is actually... Yeah, that's what's causing the problem. You need to move to there. I think I've just clicked on the wrong one. Let's make sure this is correct. Wait. Yeah, wait. It's this one needs to pick up from here. Yeah, what was happening is the alcohol trucks here are blocking access to the electro components, which this construction office needs. So that should fix that. These guys are kind of stood around. Building is on fire. Where are you? Residential, so it should be well covered. Yep. What are you doing? Right, 147 over 21s. We've got an overextended workforce here. I'm kind of inclined to... Let's see. I am inclined to now start putting some extra accommodation into here. We can have some blocks down here because we're going to need it for over here. Yeah, I think it's time to kind of increase the accommodation in this area. Yeah, I think we're going to do that. And we'll just go here. Residential. Let's go with these. We've got 231. These are 377. I think we're going to go fairly big in this area. So we put you stuck behind the secret police here. Maybe we'll just kind of put about 3 of you along here, because that will put you right in range of the, what we call it here, the train station. And what we can do is kind of drag you out like that. Okay, well, just put you there for the moment, then we'll finish that off later on. Yeah, it's gonna too steep an incline, but that's okay. And you can come out to there. Yeah, I think that will work. So we'll just accept that, and then we'll start getting some extra residents into Colville. Keep our little community going. We've got the indoor pool, nursery block. The only people's theatre here as well will be all in range. And what we'll be able to do is get some more workers up into the steel plant. I mean, the steel plant goes quite well. It's just, you know, it's a bit naff. This is something I've noticed with this rail construction office. It always seems to slow down through the winter. But once the summer track lane season gets going, then they're off and happy. Maybe they're a bit, you know, maybe they don't like working in the winter. What I want to do is just check up here. Right, wow. Must admit, these tractors, look at them. These are the champion sowers. They don't hang about at all. I mean, we're on the 19th of March and we probably we're already working on most of the big fields, which is brilliant. Yeah, loyalty is too low. We're definitely going to need to improve the loyalty in this area. Yeah, it's still 10%, 12%. Got a little bit better over here. And we've got, that's now finished. That's now finished. I'm not going to take it up anymore because we've still got a little bit of unemployment despite opening up this factory here. We've got to do something about that. When we got these guys here who could, actually, you can see here I actually pressed these into shifting some crops as well. As I say, technically they're meant to be just distributing clothes, but I kind of put, so where are you picking up from? You're picking up from there, and you're going to, you're dumping out to here. Yep. What you're doing is just trying to keep this full for the moment, which is probably a bit of a tough charge, but at the moment I'm quite happy for these guys to do it. Actually, I just realized that if I remember, if I come back to here, I did have an open distribution office, not over here, sorry. Come over to here. I'm sure I built a distribution office in here somewhere. We got this I put in for the train yard, which we're never going to use. So if I buy, yeah, a couple of big covered holes for the moment, send you to there. I know it's a long way down, but this is really a bit of a temporary fix to make a bit of extra cash from clothes. So what you're going to do here is you're going to go up to, I think we can pick up directly from there. Clothes, if there's anything more than 50%. All the way over to knife edge, and you can sell them. See if whether that storage is over 50%. Let's have a quick look. That's the fabric factory. Yep, it's over 50%. So those trucks should be on the case, and that should be a pretty good money spinner. Oh, we're in Ollerton. In Ollerton? Don't know where we are. I've got lost on the map. Let's make sure. Yep. Make sure they're on their way. Absolutely no idea why he's going that way. Obviously, this is the quickest route out. Oh well. I'm not going to argue with the crews. If they think that's the quickest way, then that is the quickest way. Let's see, TV station. Yes, we have liftoff. Right, government loyalty. You can only work in here if you got more than a. Let's just check actually the loyalty in here, so that we can get a pretty strong influence. Yeah, we're over 30%. So. And what do we want? We want a bit of the old propaganda, and just give them a little bit of a television station. What we need now to do is, see, this is what gets me, is you put in this, but you can't seem to be able to get this high. It seems to be negative. As I just wonder whether that requires a bit of reputation. Yeah. So we got 24% of the population now is now watching television. We have television operation. So I'm starting to run out of time on this video. So what we're going to do is just have a little bit of a scope round and check over this side of the map, because we spent a lot of time over the other side. Just make sure Ollerton is okay. So everything is going fine. We've had no population collapses. I mean the government loyalty is actually building up here. So I mean, We've got things there, a little bit of problems with sport, but there's no unemployment in this area. Oh, marginal unemployment. Maybe it's time to bring on... These guys don't look particularly that busy. You, maybe you... What are we going to say? We need steel. Yes, thank you again. Yeah, we need to get more workers into here. I mean, we got a bit of a queue. No. Yeah, we need workers in here now to be able to get improve the productivity in this area and get that going. And hopefully everything will be pretty good. Right, this is built, so we've now got power into this area. And I suppose what I really need to do is find out what my helicopter crews are actually doing. One thing I would really like is not here. What am I doing? This one. One option I would really like to see is that I know you can technically see what they're doing by the fact it highlights, but it'd be great if you had like a list of jobs that they were currently working on. But that's just right. We got that there. I think we need to start getting a little bit of power into the area, because power is useful. And I think we really need to start working on getting some accommodation going as well. So we'll get that built up as possible, although we're going to need to make sure, don't want anyone to move in. Make sure. That's a bit, this setting here at the bottom is a bit unfortunate in the fact that it's kind of right at the bottom and below all the construction offices. So then you quite often overlook that. Just gonna go up to here. I mean, we've got lots of work to do up here. Still need to be built. Just check our, look at that. So we're on the 14th of April. We've still got quite piles of crops in here, all flowing down into here. Okay, what are you guys doing? You don't actually have that much to do. Right. Let's just see what I want done kind of priority wise. We don't need any more workforce in here, but it would be nice to get some work done up here. So we're going to get you guys assisting on these roads out here, because I would really like to get this area up and running as soon as possible. So what we're going to get is our kind of Okie Finoki crews working on this as quickly as possible, and we're going to need power into this area as well. Although I think, is that a power connector, but I'm not sure that will reach here, but we can run power out to here. I mean, I could move this if necessary. We're going to need to get power out to here. We've got this substation needs to be built as well. So maybe we do need to get the power connections running through as well, because if there's no power, they can't move in. So we got that there, and maybe that's being built. That needs to be built. So I think we're going to target our helicopter crews into this area now, because this is the area I want built up and ready for when the update drops, so that we can, say, get our prison in here. So that's good. So that's going to be the focus for our helicopter crews. What are you guys doing? Yeah, you've got a whole list of stuff in here, so I'm quite happy with. Bit inclined to get that steel mill added to the list. I think that's the first steel mill we're going to get online. But these guys have laid a track, so I've got a feeling that they've now run out of work. So we're just, and I think just to finish off, we're going to check our, yeah, we're down to 2 jobs now. One up here where he's going like a train, laying the track out this way. And Yeah. So these guys are kind of working in this area, and so what I want built now is these back curves. They should be able to build these quite. Oh, nope, it's not connected. Okay. Oh, you need to build that back so that we can come back into this side here, and we can get that built, and then the missing bit of track is right out over here where this guy was. Don't understand. Why doesn't that connection not exist? What is up with you? We've got a connection here. Just check the signals. Make sure. Yeah, it's two-way. Get rid of you for the moment. So this is where I'm going to leave it. Hope you enjoyed the video. Hope you found it interesting. And until next time, whatever you do, enjoy your gaming.